Good morning. I'm achy today. I don't know why. It's the 18th of February, 10 a.m. 2020. 2020 vision. I love the sound of 2020. It has so much power behind it. My stoic book quickly today. I put a quote on the actual blog post below, so do read that. Lots to cover today because lots of changes. This is the true athlete, the person in rigorous training against false impressions. Remain firm. You who suffer, don't be kidnapped by your impressions. The struggle is great, the task divine, to gain mastery, freedom, happiness, and tranquility. Like, kind of kind of feels hard sometimes to believe that those four words can coexist with each other. Mastery, freedom, happiness, and tranquility. Especially the tranquility one. Like, I would like tranquility in my life, wouldn't you? Um, Interesting title today, Prepare for the Storm. I feel like we're in the middle of a storm right now with like Steam and Tron and everything else. But I also think that's the same with the web. Everywhere you look, I mean, everything's getting knocked about. Like MWC, which is a big mobile conference, got cancelled because of the coronavirus, and the climate's fucked. Like, we've known the climate's fucked been for a long time. I shouldn't laugh about it because we might end up just standing on a rock, a bit like Star Trek 2, 3. Which one was this? Which one was the one where they got teleported down to the planet's surface, and they killed his son? They killed Kirk's son. I don't remember anyway, but yeah, we're all gonna just end up with just a little bit of rock and lava around it. Um, it's really bad right now in the UK. There's so much flooding, so much water got dropped because of Storm Dennis in a couple of days that we didn't recover from the last storm, which was a couple of weeks ago, which kind of is where we're at. I feel with Steam and the Tron blockchain is this just barrage of constantly regenerating messaging about like how things are. Like, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to businesses acquiring something, what I've noticed and what I've seen across the web for many years that I've been on the web is that normally they buy it, they shutter it, which basically keep it on life support for a year, and then they close it down. It's just like either competition, or they have a algorithm or a part of the tool that they don't have, and so they buy into it. And if you look at Tron's track record, it doesn't bode well, to be honest. I mean, BitTorrent by Bram Cohen, he sold that lucky guy for $140 million, got three beautiful kids, like living life. Ned sold Steam it for God knows how many millions of dollars. I'm sure he's going to go off and live life, buy some random place somewhere, and drink really good coffee from some little place in Panama, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, things are changing, and it's not just on Steam. You know, like it's funny how a platform can consume you. You know, like my mum is obsessed with Facebook, and that's her internet. That's all she knows of the internet. His tablet is a connection to the internet. She doesn't go outside of it. As far as she's concerned, the voice de facto of her digital life is what Facebook feeds decide to show her. And I'm sure she doesn't even know that, like, gradually it's been crafting itself to what they think she should be looking at, and then they sneak in something when they feel like it. So you get used to where you want to be on the web, right? So recently, due to circumstances that are always going to be completely out of my control, the immutability part of the blockchain hasn't like suffered, but my ability to feel any kind of respect on the platform has been diminished greatly. It already was for the last couple of years, because there's just this like hollow matrix effect on Steam, whereas if you don't subscribe to the scripture, then you kind of demonized. So that's got worse recently. So I've realized that I need to fragment myself a little bit as well. So I've started up my newsletter again, which is the Sidechain Influencers, which originally was just about Steam, but it's Steam, Tron, OST, anything where a content creator can make content. And I really want to expand that, because I really want to have a look at who's doing decentralized better. Do they have a better governance model? Do they have better witness control? Do they have like better conversations? Do you feel part of that community? So I'm digging around for that, for mainly for brand advocates and influencers who are going to slowly start to trickle away from the YouTubes of this world and start looking for alternative places to host their communities. And I always thought that was going to be Steam, but I'm not so sure anymore. I mean, beta.steamit.com is really, really cool, and I really, really like it, and it could be so freaking awesome. But what I'm seeing right now is like the business world of like China, Taiwan, who can copy anything. You can give them a blueprint to anything and they can copy it. But oftentimes without any soul. Like if I buy something made in China, I've got a pretty good chance that product will break faster than me buying something from a family-run business from Germany or the UK or a few other places that I can think of around the world, which have either better ISO standards, so better build quality, like just because it's been forced on them as legislation, and therefore I feel more invested in if I buy a jacket or trainers from a brand that I trust with a good ethics legacy. And so I am concerned that we're just starting to see like this, almost like the nothing in the never-ending story, just sucking up all these crypto projects and kind of sanitizing them in the process, which is kind of sad. So I moved away from blogging platforms like WordPress and stuff because I loved the immutability of a ledger. But if that is now potentially in, you know, I don't want to involve myself in any of the drama. I just want somewhere to be able to post and converse and use the internet a little bit like a post-it note. I mean, nothing against that, have you really? Like, I'm not too fussed about like having heavy big debates back and forth. I just want to enjoy using my computer again. That would be nice. So yeah, I'm moving stuff out from video. I'm splitting off into Team Video, which is my old account for video, which I originally had. And then I've also got, I think I've got a Team Audio one as well, which was originally for the podcast that me and Dale put out. We stopped doing them purposely because of time, but also we wanted to upgrade the microphone quality. We really got our eyes set on the Shure 7MB. It's kind of the podcasting mic de facto choice at the moment, and really wanted to get one of those each, especially because Dale gets a lot of voiceover work as well. So at some point when we can afford it, we're going to go down that route. And when we got those, we were going to restart. But I think there's a lot of stuff to talk about with fellow Steamians if they're up for it on audio. So if anybody wants to talk about where we're at currently with Steam and Tron and stuff, I would love to have an audio conversation with you. So like, do get in touch. Yeah, so follow me over at Team Video and at Team Audio. I'm going to be pushing more content there. I've just restarted my newsletter, which I just said, which if you go to digest.ampsteam.com, you can see all the 161 previous iterations of that. If you are a Tron user, wondering how to use Steam, you can go over there. You can also go to Amp Steam. There's a whole bunch of like videos over there which will help you with your journey into Steam if you're coming from a Tron background and know nothing about Steam and the blockchain and want to start blogging. You might not be a blogger, you might be just using Tron for gambling. That's what I see the most TX records for, is people playing games. But if you are considering like having a blog, Steam is a great place to have one. All right, I'm out of focus as usual. All right, I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Have a great day.